Welcome back. The New York City Department of Education Teacher Recruitment presents Teach Bronx NYC, an event for aspiring Bronx teachers. Here to tell us more, Chimere Stevens, Director of Teachers for New York City Department of Education and New York City Men Teach, and Jason Acosta, Program Manager at the New York City Department of Education as well. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me. Actually, Chimere and I go way back,
Yes.
Bronx sites.
Yes.
So it's very good to see you here today.
Good to see you as
Very
well.
good to see you both here.
Thank
So tell us about this event that's happening. Why should one become a teacher?
Yeah, so I'll just give a little bit of background information. So New York has the largest school district in the country, 1.1 million students, 79,000 teachers, 1,800 schools throughout the 5 boroughs. And so when you zoom in on the Bronx, right here in our borough, there are 373 schools and 17,000 teachers just in this borough alone. And so some of the work that Jason and I do as part of the recruitment team here in New York City, annually we hire about 5,000 teachers, and 30% of those teachers are right here in the Bronx. And so there's a huge opportunity, but there also is a huge need for teachers right here in the Bronx.
And now, both of you, how long have you both been with the Department of Education?
I've been with the Department of Education for 2 years now. Actually, like today, I think is my 2-year anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. And I've been doing a lot of work around just programming and looking at how we can continue to build opportunities and pipelines for Bronx residents who are really interested in becoming teachers.
And you know, it's such a great, I think people don't give teachers enough credit. I mean, it's definitely a lot of work, but it's also a great job and actually could be very fulfilling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I think with some of the, like Jason mentioned, with some of the programs that we're building out for residents, we're really trying to showcase that at an early age and an early stage. So some of the programs that we have, our Ed Rising program, or our Educators Rising program, which really starts with high school students, and Jason does a little bit of work with those students.
What does the training look like for the students?
Yeah, it's so all of our pipeline programming is really similar. For our high school students, what we're looking at is trying to give them early exposure, right? Really thinking about what it means to become a teacher, the whole picture. So not just hands-on pedagogical experience in terms of content, but we're looking at systems, and we're looking at oppression, identity. We're looking at the whole community. We really want them and all of the participants in our programs to really have a full picture when they're coming into the school, right? So a lot of times when our teachers are coming in, they're experts in the content, in the lesson planning, which is really important. But we want them to also understand the people that they're working with and the communities that they're serving. And so our students get a chance to do this work really early on by co-teaching, by sometimes evaluating our teachers.
So the high school students, are they teaching their peers, or are you taking them to elementary schools?
It's a mix of both.
Okay.
So we have weekly programming that happens at our schools, and students really, once they're feeling comfortable and feel ready, they will start teaching, almost doing like some peer teaching and co-teaching.
Okay.
And then a lot of our schools have elementary schools either on their campus or in the neighborhood, and we try to have them collaborate for tutoring, internship opportunities so that they can really start their teaching careers early on.
Yeah, another component to the program, which Jason didn't mention because he also works as a professor here for CUNY,
nice.
is these students are not only going through the program, but they're also receiving college credit. And Jason's
That's
like
a
one of
great
the professors that
incentive.
teaches the course.
That's a
So
great incentive. So how are you choosing the schools that you go into? Like if there's this, are there in most high schools? How can a student who's watching this program be a part of this training program?
That's a great question. So right now what we're doing is we're pretty open to any school, any high school for the most part that's really interested in bringing this program to their school. And so we work really closely with Department of Education leadership, superintendents and districts. And usually what we try to do is have students work with their school administration and reach out to us, which will provide some information in a little bit. And we can work really closely with them in getting a program off the ground. So we're really open to anyone who is interested in doing this work.
yeah, one of the other things I'll say about that, when we think about like pipeline programs for Bronx residents, is we start at the high school level, but we also work with community-based organizations for interested participants who are not sure if they want to be in a school setting, but want some exposure in an after-school setting.
Right.
We host programs that are subsidized master's programs like the New York City Teaching Fellows Program, the New York City Teaching Collaborative Program, and then we also run NYC Men Teach, which is a program to recruit more male educators of color. So there's really something for everyone if you're interested or think that you're interested. And so this is really what the event is about. We come into the community and we're going to host these events for anyone who's interested in discovering their pathway to the classroom.
I love that you all are doing this. I think it's a great idea for our youth to see something that they can get a grasp of, a career that they can get a grasp of early on, and to see how they can go ahead and also benefit their community. So thank you, gentlemen, so much for
Thank you
being
as well.
here. I really appreciate it. The Teach Bronx Discover Your Pathway into the Classroom will be taking place on Wednesday, July 24th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at the Park Chester, New York Public Library located at 1985 Westchester Avenue. For more information, visit teachnyc.net. Don't go anywhere, more open after this.